In the Know is brought to you by American Southwest Credit Union, bringing you personal banking built on trust, relationships, and local service. 1225 West of Mine Road in Sahuarita. And for another episode of In the Know, we welcome to the show Chris Erickson, Executive Director with VAS, which means Valley Assistance Services. Good to see you.
Hello.
How are you today?
I blew in.
Yeah, I was gonna, this cute little car. I'm thinking you don't even have to put gas in it. You just put a sail, and you're here.
I know. It sure kind of wiggled all the way down the interstate there. So.
Oh man! All right, so tell us what is going on with Valley Assistance Services. You know, we're at the time of the year where some people that move away, and of course some people are still here. Some people have been struggling, but VAS can help them out.
Mm-hmm. So Valley Assistance Services is a combination of social services and community health. And right now we're seeing a lot of issues with people having issues with utility bills. And those are up. And we heard that's going up again.
Yep.
Rent. We don't want people to become evicted or become homeless. So we are here to help. We have 3 case managers now, Danielle and Tavita and Lizette, who are here and willing to help. We do some pre-screening on the phone.
Cool.
And then we have people come in for a visit and we talk and there is some qualifiers, of course, for that due to the funding sources that we have. So, but, we are seeing people kind of waiting too long, that it might be, in the process of eviction. We don't want that. So before that gets to that point, please give us a call.
A lot of people have no idea that this kind of help, and when you're struggling, it's like every little bill, and then sometimes that just piles up. But they don't know that this exists, and you know the different organizations that can help.
Correct. So, and sometimes when there's a large bill, so people might be behind quite a bit. Yeah. Rent might be more than 2 months behind. Utility bills, we have seen $4,000, $5,000, $6,000.
Wow.
Sometimes we partner with other organizations to cover that as well. So we do what we can, but we also make sure that we're looking at everything that can be covered so that person can kind of function really well in their existing home and have all their lights on and water running and everything and keep going further in. So
there's so many different things that people need. One of those is getting to and from appointments, which can be a task in itself, right?
Yes, so we have a few people who are now transportation coordinators at our office, and our transportation program is quite busy. We have started a telemedicine van down in Santa Cruz County, and that's running right now down there, and we are getting ready for a new one to start in Pima County very soon. So again, this might be, vision-wise, hearing-wise, mobility-wise, that someone might not be able to drive anymore.
Right.
But then, if you're missing out on driving, you're missing out on your appointments. You're missing out on your medical appointments. You're missing out on your grocery shopping. You're missing to go to the bank. All those necessities that you need to do, you're kind of without transportation to go. So we are here. We are available. People just need to give a call. We do, again, a little bit of a interview with the person to tell them about the program, to educate them of what we're doing and how it works, and that type of stuff. So, yeah.
It's kind of cool. A great way to help out the community. And when you think about, the fact that we have so many people in Green Valley, Sahuarita, that live here, but there's people in Amado and Tubac. Are there boundaries as to what VAS can help? Or somebody listening right now in South Tucson, might say, gosh, I could use some help. What could I do?
Sure. It depends on the funding sources, which gets kind of complicated at times. But mostly the rent, we do a little bit of mortgage assistance as well. So rental assistance, mortgage assistance, and again, utility assistance. Most of that is Pima County. However, we do have a little bit of utility assistance into Santa Cruz County. Transportation, we do both counties.
Right.
So that's kind of opened up for both counties. So
that's cool. Now, obviously, we're at a point where people are going to be leaving the summer, although it seems like it started early. People go back to Wisconsin, Michigan, wherever
Sure.
they may, where it's a little cooler.
Yep.
That point, you start to stretch thin on volunteers, don't you?
Yeah, we do, and we are pretty flexible, so we work with anyone's schedule. And a lot of people are here for 4 months, 3 months, 5 months out of the year, and then they might go back to, up north or east or west or wherever they're from. So we do work with their schedule, but yes, we always need more volunteers, especially those who can do errands and drivers. We have a driver education meeting coming up by the end of the month. So if someone's interested in driving, say, hey, I got 2 hours a week, or I just, have only this day per week. We kind of work with their schedule. I mean, everybody's on different schedules, and we understand that. So I'm asking you, if you're interested, come on, call in, or stop by, and you'll be able to meet our volunteer coordinator and kind of get on board with that. So,
what other types of volunteering opportunities are there for people that maybe, not aside from driving, that somebody could do? Because it's, Valley Assistance Services, you really use and love these volunteers.
Absolutely. There is so much. I mean, from the front desk to organizing and going through and maintaining and putting together emergency essential bags in our pantry. We need volunteers to help our workforce coach. So even personal coaching, one-to-one coaching, helping somebody write a resume,
nice.
doing financial education, all kinds of things in the office. It really helps.
I want to touch on that because you mentioned resumes.
Yeah.
Let's face it, a lot of us, as we get older, we hope to just not have to work again, but many are finding, I need a little extra. So they
Right.
go back to the workforce.
Right.
Problem is their resume hasn't been updated
Correct.
since 1973. So
Yes.
somebody can come to you and
Yep.
you can help them write up a good resume.
That's correct. And nowadays it's quite different. They only want X amount of years in your experience. You don't have to go all the way back to 1973.
Which I did once. You worked at McDonald's. Great.
So there's newer things, and there's newer things on where to upload them.
Right.
There's a lot of online platforms. And there's also a little things that you should know on the online platforms. There might be a test or two,
Yes.
a little quiz, an assessment kind of thing that you kind of go through. So,
Also, safety.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you got to be
Correct.
careful. I did one on Indeed the other day, and I got right away an email back wanting me to log in with my Social Security number and all that to go ahead and set up an account so I could get paid because it was freelance work. I'm like, forget it.
No.
I'm not doing that. Forget that.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right, so now Valley Assistance Service also puts on some great events. Have you got
Yes.
something coming up maybe, or are you going to hold off till August?
Well, we have the August one, but you know what? I was thinking we're going to be at the Fiesta Sarita, and that is Saturday.
Saturday. I'll be out there
so look for our tent. Say hi to Brooke. Brooke's going to be there, and Brooke is our volunteer coordinator.
Nice.
So she'll be there. So come and say hi or pick up our information there. But yes, August. August, we're having another fashion show.
Oh, yes. Perfect.
It'll
All
be
right.
fun. It'll
All
be
right.
fun.
I'm looking forward to that. Also, I do want to mention, you had mentioned the pantry.
Yes.
Tell us about that. How can somebody partake in that if they're running low on food items?
Sure. So we have a little bit of a stable shelf food pantry, and then a lot of essential pantry. So we do have the paper products. We have, toothpaste, toothbrush, soap, lotion, all that stuff that might not be covered underneath a SNAP
Right.
EBT card. And so we have that open. We just need a little bit of verification, a little bit of questions asked, but that can be certainly handed out to those who are needing that as well.
I'll tell you what, Chris, for everybody in the community, for what you do, and everybody there at VAS, all the volunteers, the people you've mentioned, thank you. because you do a great service to help so many people, and that is awesome.
Well, it's all about helping community helping community. I think I kind of repeat myself a lot of that time, but it's we're all from the community. All of the employees are from around here, and we just we do it because it's in our heart, and we just need to help our community.
Chris Erickson, Valley Assistance Services, thank you for coming by.
Thank you.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
There's a phone number and website.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, I can't forget that. Please.
The website is valleyassistanceservices.org.
All right.
All spelled out. And the phone number is 520-625-5966.
There you go. Chris Erickson, Valley Assistance Services. That is this week's In the Know. In the Know was brought to you by American Southwest Credit Union, specializing in competitive financial local services the way banking should be. 1225 West of All Mine Road in Sahuarita.